Deep within the ancient, mist-laden forests of Northern California's Lost Coast, where towering redwoods stand as silent sentinels to forgotten epochs, a multidisciplinary team of researchers is conducting what may be the most exhaustive scientific inquiry into one of anthropology's greatest enigmas, the existence of an unclassified bipedal primate commonly known as Sasquatch. This unprecedented investigation, combining cutting-edge forensic technology with rigorous field methodology, is systematically compiling empirical evidence that challenges our fundamental understanding of North American wildlife biology and primate distribution patterns. The pivotal moment came when veteran tracker Russell Acord spent 72 hours pursuing thermal signatures of a bipedal entity moving through the ancient forest. His relentless tracking led to a grim discovery, a clearing strewn with the skeletal remains of deer and smaller mammals. This wasn't random predation, Acord explains. The bones were meticulously stripped of flesh, no tooth marks, no gnawing. The long bones were split open, suggesting tool-assisted marrow extraction. Nearby, the team uncovered an abandoned homestead marked by blood spatter and massive handprints. Thermal scans detected residual heat signatures, indicating recent occupation by a large, warm-bodied creature. The footprint evidence. The most compelling physical evidence emerged in the form of footprints pressed deep into rain-softened clay. One cast, measuring 19 inches in length, displayed dermal ridges and a distinct mid-tarsal break, a feature some primatologists associate with bipedal locomotion. These aren't bare tracks, asserts forensic podiatrist Dr. Jeffrey Meldrum. The pressure distribution, toe splay, and absence of claws don't match any known North American mammal. The depth suggests a subject weighing over 800 pounds. The research team, comprised of primatologists, wildlife biologists, forensic experts, and veteran trackers, has established a permanent field research station in the heart of this remote wilderness. Their systematic approach integrates multiple lines of inquiry. Thermographic surveillance system. A network of 27 military-grade FLIR thermal imaging cameras deployed across a 15-square-mile grid, operating 24/7 with AI-assisted motion tracking. Environmental DNA collection. Over 300 soil and water samples collected from suspected activity sites, processed through portable nanopore sequencing units capable of detecting novel genetic markers. Infrasound monitoring array. 6 strategically placed acoustic stations recording frequencies from 1 to 200 Hz, calibrated to distinguish between known fauna and anomalous vocalizations. Primate behavior simulation. Experimental scent stations using synthesized pheromone cocktails based on great ape secretions, monitored by motion-activated 4K cameras with night vision capabilities. Groundbreaking forensic discoveries. The team's most compelling evidence emerged during a 14-day continuous monitoring period in September 2023. 1. The Bone Nest Site. Tracker Russell Acord's discovery of a 30-foot diameter clearing containing the skeletal remains of 7 deer and 3 smaller mammals revealed disturbing patterns. Forensic analysis showed precise separation of muscle tissue from bone with clean cuts inconsistent with carnivore dentition. Long bones systematically fractured in spiral patterns indicating torsion force application. Complete absence of scavenger disturbance despite weeks of exposure. 2. The handprint evidence. At an abandoned logging cabin, researchers documented over 24 palm prints in dried mud. Average width, 8.7 inches, 220 millimeters, with dermal ridge patterns distinct from human fingerprints. Thumb to pinky span measuring 14 inches, 355 millimeters, in the clearest specimen. Pressure distribution analysis suggesting a grip strength exceeding 300 psi. 3. The thermal encounters. On 3 separate occasions, the surveillance system captured bipedal thermal signatures. Average height estimate, 7 foot 3 inch-8.2, based on parallax measurement against known tree diameters. Core body temperature readings between 98.6 to 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 to 38 degrees Celsius. Gait analysis showing stride lengths of 5.2 to 5.8 feet, 1.6 to 1.8 m. Advanced laboratory analysis. The team's mobile research laboratory, equipped with technology rivaling university forensic departments, has processed genetic material. 47 hair samples showing unique medullary patterns unlike any known North American mammal. Mitochondrial DNA sequences sharing 89% homology with ancient hominins but with 11% novel markers. Saliva samples containing protease enzymes inconsistent with bear or primate profiles. Footprint biomechanics. 3D laser scans of 19-inch tracks showing weight distribution patterns suggesting a mid-tarsal break. Dermal ridge spacing of 0.5 mm, compared to human average of 0.3 mm. Depth-to-weight calculations indicating a 750 to 900 pounds, 340 to 408 kilograms, subject. Audio analysis. 137 recorded vocalizations with fundamental frequencies between 28 to 95 Hz. Distinct harmonic structures showing potential linguistic patterning. Infrasound components capable of vibrating standing water at 50 meters. Behavioral observations and ecological impact. Over 18 months of continuous study, researchers have documented foraging patterns, systematic stripping of bark from Douglas fir trees in apparent sap extraction, geometric arrangements of stones near freshwater sources, seasonal movement corridors following mast crop availability, tool use evidence, modified branches showing where patterns consistent with digging implements, rock assemblages demonstrating fracture mechanics indicative of nut cracking, possible bedding sites featuring woven vegetation layers, interspecies interactions, documented avoidance behavior in black bears and mountain lions, disrupted nesting patterns among local bird populations, unusual deer predation rates in core activity zones, theoretical frameworks and scientific debate. The accumulated evidence has sparked intense discussion within the scientific community, with several competing hypotheses emerging. Relict hominid theory suggests a descendant of Gigantopithecus or other Pleistocene megafauna that survived through ecological isolation. Parallel primate evolution proposes an independent evolutionary line of North American primates developing bipedalism. Transmigratory hypothesis posits occasional crossings from Asian populations via Beringia land bridge remnants. Behavioral crypsis model argues for an exceptionally intelligent species with evolved avoidance strategies. Ongoing research and future directions. The team is currently expanding their investigation with installation of a LiDAR scanning array to document canopy-level activity, development of species-specific DNA primers for targeted EDNA detection, collaboration with quantum physicists testing novel cloaking theories, integration of satellite thermal imaging for macro-movement analysis. As the research continues to produce verifiable, peer-reviewed data, what began as a cryptozoological curiosity is increasingly being recognized as a legitimate scientific inquiry into one of the last great biological mysteries of our time. The implications extend far beyond species identification, potentially rewriting our understanding of primate evolution, ecological adaptation, and the very boundaries of human knowledge about the natural world. The complete findings, including raw data and methodological details, will be published in the Journal of Anthropological Research's special edition this fall, marking a potential turning point in the scientific recognition of this enigmatic species. Expedition Bigfoot is more than a scientific inquiry. It is a relentless pursuit of truth that will continue until definitive proof is obtained. The team has made a solemn commitment. They will not rest until this enigmatic species is formally documented, studied, and recognized by the scientific community. Whether it takes years or decades, whether the search leads them deeper into North America's uncharted wilderness or to remote corners of the globe where similar creatures are reported, their mission remains unchanged. Every thermal signature, every hair sample, every inexplicable vocalization brings them closer to their goal. This is not a quest for fame or sensationalism. It is a disciplined, data-driven investigation that will persist until the mystery is solved. The forests may keep their secrets for now, but science is patient, and Expedition Bigfoot will be there, watching, listening, and searching, until the day the world finally acknowledges what they already know. We are not alone in these woods.